Yo, B-Boy drama has gotten to the new craziest levels ever! Yo, what's up? Back to another Dyzee Diaries vlog about beefs and drama in the B-Boy scene. And wow, I just woke up in the morning and seen all this talk and everything going on about what's happening. And let me just give you a quick backstory. Last night before I went to bed, you know, I saw on Peterpan's wall that he received an anonymous email. So let's read it out to you what I just saw from last night. He wrote, "I received an anonymous email from WeTransfer out of Germany with the following attached image. The reason I'm making it public is for discussion purposes only. Each colored line matches a promoter or decision maker to their corresponding event. As you can see, the relationships crisscross with each other, and it shows that a small group of people all work amongst each other on either a small or large scale to organize all the major B-Boy events around the world." Which actually, there's nothing wrong with that, and people want to work together. Okay. So he says, "What do you guys think about this? Is this the type of B-Boy unity the community has been waiting for? Is this a conspiracy theory? Is this a bullcrap graphic used to incite negativity towards hardworking people? Jokes aside, should the community be concerned by the interconnections that is suggested within the image or not at all? Is anything presented within this image true?" Hashtag B-Boy world. So he has this picture, and I guess one picture says, like, you know, shows the WeTransfer sent to him, I guess to prove, you know, that it was, he didn't make it himself, I'm guessing, right? And if you click over here, there's this diagram, okay? This diagram with everything all interlinked. It kind of makes a pentagram, like, you know, a satanic pentagram. And I don't know, okay, try not to laugh, but what it has here Thomas at the very top, Tyrone on the left, and it has Silverback, or founder, Steve Graham on the right, and then it has Undisputed in the middle, Red Bull BC1, you know, it has the Olympics in the middle, and it has all the different promoters and who's connected and whatnot, okay? You have Renegade and Stormy here on the bottom. You know, I don't even know what to say about this, to be honest, because who made this thing, right? Who made this? The last two vlogs that I made on B-Boy drama and beefs, I tried to make it clear that the B-LUMINATI, that term B-LUMINATI, is just a joke about the Breakin Illuminati. It's a joke. There really is no conspiracy that I know of, right? It's not like, you know, all these promoters came and sat together and said, let's take over the scene. But, however, yes, there is some elite people, you know, in the scene who have come together to try to build something, you know, to try to kind of work together. Because before, all the different organizers used to compete with one another. You know, some of them had beef, and finally everyone got together and now is trying to work together to make something better, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good thing. Now, the only concern that I've ever had is that the power is all in the hands of these people who were never B-Boys. You know what I mean? Majority of them were never B-Boys. The ones that are B-Boys is the only reason why I'm, you know, giving it a chance, because Storm is, like, you know, one of my biggest inspirations. And because Storm's stamp of approval is behind it, I'm automatically like, I'm listening to Storm, because I look up to Storm like, you know, he's one of my biggest inspirations in my life, you know what I mean? And he can smoke me. Anyway, so this is a little diagram here of the B-LUMINATI. When I say B-LUMINATI, remember it's a joke, right? And yeah, so I decided to share it on my wall. So, if you check this out, I got one share, which is from me, right? And I shared it on my page. I said, okay, seriously, this has got to be a freaking joke. I try to make it clear in my blog that although there are elite peeps in the scene who do call the shots, there's no actual Illuminati break-in, definitely not an actual conspiracy. And even if there was, whoever made this got it wrong. Yeah, because the reason why I would say that is because if you look at this diagram, like, you know what I mean, I wouldn't put, you know, BC1 and in the middle or the Olympics in the middle, because I don't think they're in the middle of everything. Those are outside entities that are coming into our scene, but they come into our scene filtered through the Undisputed Network, right? Because Undisputed is the biggest organization in breaking right now. In b-boying, it is the biggest organization, and it's an organization of the top tier events. You know, what I would also like to see one day is an organization and an association or a coalition or a unity between all the real b-boys and b-girls in the scene, right? So that when decisions are made, it's a collective decision of like, you know, like of all the different types of b-boys and factions, right? Like, because I don't think that the power should all be in the hands of just a select few, you know, b-boys. Even though it's Storm, and I trust Storm because I know Storm's heart for breaking is pure, right? But I think that it should be, you know, majority of b-boys together should at least debate what is the best and move forward together, rather than one person being like the dictator saying, this is how it's gonna go. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's continue. So what happened is someone, you know, one of my anonymous tip sources told me that Mr. Freeze, right, posted something on his page, and for some reason Mr. Free blocked me, right? I don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, I can't just join the resistance, you know, even though I do agree with some parts and I do agree with their struggle and their perspective on how b-boying should be based on credibility and stuff like that, and I agree with that too, right? I do understand that because I'm a b-boy. But because I'm like, I also understand business because I've been working in Korea under, like, you know, to me was the best company under the best bosses, and you know, I learned a lot about what business really is in the business world, how that works. And so I'm in the middle of the two, and that's probably why both sides are gonna hate me. So I got Mr. Freeze, he posted something on his page, right? And I'm just bringing this to you so you guys can know what's going on. You guys are viewers on my channel, and I just want you to know what's happening in the b-boy community so you don't have to continually search on Facebook, because sometimes Facebook can be toxic. So anyways, here we go. It's Mark Lemberger, Mr. Freeze, and this screenshot was sent to me. It says, now I understand why Renegade, the non-b-boy, judges b-boy battles. They are all down together. Very interesting. I thought Red Bull was a natural brand for all b-boys and girls, but now the world knows it's different. I also understand perfectly why our gang's crew gets wild cards for the Red Bull BC1 battles. 2012, 2015, 2016 wildcard, I see Sunny from his crew, I guess he's talking about DJ Renegade, for Red Bull BC1 World Finals. Mr. Freeze. Now, I can't go into the comments and see what's going on because Mr. Freeze has blocked me from this page. Mr. Freeze, if you see this, I don't know why you blocked me, you know what I mean? Like, I just stick up for my beliefs, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't take sides, and maybe that's the reason why people can't trust me, because I don't like to take sides. I'm only loyal to people who I've really connected with, and I see their hearts. I'm trying to be more loyal to the truth, you know what I mean? Even if other people hate me for it. Let's continue. After that post by Mr. Freeze, I also later on, it's getting interesting, okay? Taekwon, he has a post. So Taekwon says on Taekwon's page, Mr. Freeze, you gotta stop with all the conspiracy. That's like saying in the 80s, out of all the crews all over the world, Rock City crew were part of the Illuminati because you were the most well-known breaking crew in that era. Wouldn't that sound stupid? The reason Rock City crew was the most well-known in that era is because you all put in work. Come on, you are tainting your personal legacies. Stop, G. Focus on your event, create and supply it to the scene. And if the consumers like your event due to high quality, then the demand will always be there. Let the market correct itself. Just supply and demand. And about top tier b-boys should be paid more than you stated. Yes, I do think top tier b-boys and b-girls who consider themselves as pro should be paid pro money. And if they're not, then they need to step up their game in the business aspect and educate themselves. I agree. Yes, they should know about performance fee, appearance fee, judging fee, copyright fee, etc. How many top breakers around the world own their own products? Do they own anything? Are they investing their own money into creating a product and supply it to their fans and supporters? If I were to ask them, what is you and your crew's net worth? Would they be able to answer that with a financial value? Instead of ranting, you could be educating them on how to negotiate and what they can negotiate. Feed them knowledge on what y'all should have done in the 80s. And hopefully they can apply it, because at the end of the day, and it is up to them to do it or not. So Mr. Freeze, create your own platform and pay the breakers and judges on how you feel they should be paid accordingly. Stop focusing on others and focus on yours. And by creating your own product, it will create competition in the marketplace and will cause the consumers to decide it themselves. It's basic economics 101, G. I'm sure you know. So I am writing this out of love. I can only stand with facts, and all that conspiracy stuff is not by facts, G. The promoters you're talking about just invest their own money in what they feel is good for the scene. No one is stopping you and your investor from doing the same by providing another solution. So yeah, if you want to create the UFC of Breakin, calling it the UBC, then just do it, G. And then I guess he tagged Mr. Freeze, but I can't see the link because Mr. Freeze blocked me. Of course, I'm the first one to post. Oh snap! Because, you know, I really just want to see more comments. And the comments come through, people are agreeing, preach. You know, everyone's writing everything, and then all of a sudden, now it gets even more weird, okay? It gets even more crazy. This guy, Mike Mural, wrote, "You're funny, B. You forgot to disclose Tyrone is from your organization. Ya heard? How can cats do events if ya B-boy, if ya boy don't pay him? Your post makes sense, dog. Got to defend a dog. He probably offered you a gig. Stop putting up smoke screens. By the way, how did he get down in your crew? That fat cat can't even last one round in our world. For those that don't know, Tyrone is Zulu." What? Oh my gosh. Okay, so he puts a link to, I guess, Alieness's blog. And if you click on that link, you go to Alieness's blog. And it has some history about, you know, Zulu and everything like that. And you go down and you read everything like this. And the links are going to be in the description below to all these pages. And you look down and you see the council. You see New York City, Los Angeles, Arizona, all the different places. Kansas, Florida, South Carolina, Mexico. Then you get to Holland. Okay? Holland, and it says Mario, Tyrone, Cisco, and Menno are part of Zulu. Right? So it just starts getting weird, and they start even arguing about this stuff, like, you know, like Taekwon says, "Mike Mural, you funny style. I get my own money. I'm not on anyone's payroll. I move how I want to move. No one paid me to say what I said. There's no one above me to tell me what to do and this and that. They don't call me the Don for nothing. Breaking money is play money for me. So stop again with all the assumption, G. Tyrone haven't been MZK for years now. Laugh out loud. He was MZK, but not no more." So man, it is like, I don't know, they're arguing back and forth, and I don't want to get too much more into it. I'm just going to leave the link on the post below. If you look on Mike Mural's page, maybe it's even a fake page, you know, because you look on it, and what does it have? Malcolm X and nothing else. No photos, no nothing. Now I'm going to give my just personal opinion, you know what I mean? Like, this is getting pretty entertaining, right? Because is there an actual conspiracy? No, it's not a conspiracy, okay? There are businessmen in the scene that are making moves, you know what I mean? And majority of them that have made really big moves are not B-boys. And that is particularly the reason why their event got so big, because as a B-boy, we spend a lot of time on our craft and we're just in our own world creating, right? And these non-B-boys, these promoters, spend all that energy that we spend on breaking on their event, okay? So while we're out practicing 5 hours a day, they're in the office working 5 hours on their event, and so that's why the event gets big. And I agree, that is good, and how the promoters have gotten together, that's good too. But I do understand that we as B-boys have put in a lot of time and energy to like live this culture, you know, and we expect things to be done by our codes of standards of, like, you know, of street cred, right? Of skills, of rep, of props, and of our legacies, you know what I mean? And that's what we're about. That's what B-Boying's about. My only issue is, can we trust the fate of our culture and the direction it goes in the hands of people who are not B-Boys to begin with? You know what I mean? Or should we come together and have some say in the direction of this scene? Now, I'm not saying which side is right, because I don't know. I'm just trying to give both sides of the equation. Anyway, so I just want to know what you guys think about this whole B-LUMINATI conspiracy thing, right? Like, is it like, you know, too much that there so much powers in one hand? Is this resistance just all complaining, or do they have a point? And yeah, let me know what you think. If anyone watches and they're upset, please leave a comment, reason why below. You know, this is my page, and some people support me on Patreon for these vlogs. So that's the reason why this is what they want to see. This is what my viewers want to see. This is why I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Just letting everyone know what's going on in the scene. So anyways, this is Supernaturals. Let me know what you guys think. The Dyzee Diaries B-Boy vlog on B-Boy drama, beefs, and gossip. Alright, talk to you later. Peace! Hey guys, I got a monthly live stream on my private Facebook group for my Patreon supporters where I talk about things like battle preparation and proper warm-ups and stuff like that. If you can, please check out my Patreon page and consider supporting me. It would mean the world to me. Thanks guys. Peace!